5 years ago, I embarked on an unforgettable adventure with my two best friends, Mike and Tanner. We decided to escape the chaos of modern life and go deep camping in the heart of Oregon, far from the beaten path, at a forgotten logging site known as Camp Pine. Our goal was simple: disconnect completely for the weekend. No phones, just the natural symphony of leaves, crunching underfoot and a breathtaking sky blanketed with stars. The first day unfolded like a classic camping tale. We gathered around the campfire, sharing ridiculous jokes and hiking through the lush green trails. As dusk settled in, we were lucky enough to spot deer grazing peacefully nearby, a scene that felt almost magical. But as night fell, things took a turn for the bizarre. Around midnight, Tanner, with wide eyes and an earnest expression, claimed he saw movement among the trees. I shrugged it off, joking, "It's probably just a raccoon, dude." His seriousness unnerved me a bit, but I laughed it off, not wanting to ruin the mood. By the way, if you're enjoying my creepy camping chronicles, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss the chilling twists and turns ahead. As the second night approached, a sense of unease crept in. Mike decided to step behind the tent for a quick pee. Suddenly, we heard a blood-curdling scream. He rushed back, visibly shaken, insisting he had seen two glowing eyes peering at him from the darkness, eyes far too low to belong to a person. From that point on, the atmosphere shifted. Our fire flickered as if it too sensed the tension. The woods were alive with unsettling sounds. Branches snapped in the distance where no one should be, and I could have sworn I heard a soft humming emanating from the depths of the forest. Around 3 a.m., an eerie stillness enveloped us. The wind seemed to vanish, replaced by a heavy thumping sound against a nearby pine tree, almost like footsteps, slow and deliberate. If you're craving more spine-chilling tales like this, don't forget to subscribe. Trust me, these true horror stories only get crazier as we delve deeper into the unknown. The following morning, we woke up to a shocking discovery. Scattered across the ground were strange footprints, bare and elongated, almost claw-like in shape. It sent chills down our spines, and we wasted no time packing up our gear. As we hurriedly made our way back, Tanner pointed out something that made our blood run cold. A torn red flannel, shirt hanging high in a tree. None of us had worn red. Even now, when I close my eyes and reflect on that trip, I can still feel the eerie silence of the woods. You know that unsettling sensation when everything is quiet, and you suddenly realize you're not alone? It's as if someone, or something, might be lurking just out of sight, waiting patiently for you to linger too long. This experience taught us to respect the mysteries of the forest and the unseen forces that may dwell within. If you're intrigued by our escapades and want to hear more about the strange happenings in the wild, remember to subscribe. The wilderness holds secrets, and who knows what else we might uncover on our next adventure. So gather around, folks. This tale comes straight from the misty realms of Northern California, where my cousin Jess calls home, nestled near the enchanting Briar Ridge Park. Now, Jess is no ordinary hiker. She's practically the queen of those trails, having roamed them since she was a wee lass. But 2 summers ago, after a particularly rough breakup, classic, right? She decided to embark on a solo hike to clear her head. Little did she know, she was stepping into a story that would make even the bravest adventurer think twice. It all started off like any typical day in the great outdoors. Birds chirping, sun shining, the smell of pine wafting through the air. But soon enough, Jess noticed something strange. The trail markers began to look, well, off, and not in a, "oh, they've changed the signs" way. More like a, "didn't I just pass that tree 5 minutes ago" kind of way. It was as if the forest was playing some classic mind games, a sort of twisted version of hide and seek. Now, if you think wandering alone in the woods is spooky enough, just wait until you hear what happened next. Jess's phone decided it was time for a nap. No warning, no low battery sign, just a complete and utter blackout. And just like that, the sun started to dip below the horizon, casting eerie shadows that seemed to whisper secrets of their own. At every twist and turn, she caught glimpses of movement, shadows darting behind the trees. Was it her imagination, or was something or someone watching her? As dusk settled in, Jess stumbled into a bizarre clearing. Picture this: an ancient, gnarled table covered in strange spiral carvings and cryptic animal symbols. Getting chills yet? If not, just you wait. The air thickened with tension as she examined the odd table, feeling the weight of countless eyes upon her. And then it happened. The unmistakable sound of footsteps behind her, crunching branches, a heavy presence creeping closer. Jess whipped around, heart racing, only to be met with the ominous silhouettes of dark trees. Panic surged through her veins and she took off running. It felt like the forest itself was alive, roots reaching out to trip her, branches clawing at her hood as if trying to pull her back into the shadows. Just when it seemed like the darkness would swallow her whole, she miraculously found her way back to the main road. How, she had no idea. The next day, Jess recounted her spine-tingling adventure to the rangers. One weathered old man leaned in close and murmured, "Some places don't want you found." And just like that, Jess vowed never to hike alone again. So, if you're intrigued by this wild tale of mystery and survival, make sure you stick around for more. Who knows what other secrets the woods might be hiding. Let me take you back to a week of eerie enchantment in a rental cabin nestled deep within the Appalachian woods, a place where every creak of the floorboards could tell a story, and every whisper of the wind could send shivers down your spine. My parents thought they were giving us a chance to unplug from the chaos of modern life, but what they really did was plug us into something far more unsettling. Picture this. The first night was a crisp delight, with the scent of pine wafting through the air and the stars twinkling like distant eyes watching us. But come night 2, things took a turn for the bizarre. My little brother and I, both wide-eyed with a mix of excitement and dread, began to hear scratching sounds beneath the floorboards. "Just a squirrel, guys," Dad chuckled, rolling his eyes. But oh no, this wasn't a mere rodent. The sound was heavier, like claws dragging through the wood, as if something much larger was lurking just out of sight. Let me take a quick detour here. If you're enjoying my tales of terror and want more late-night chills, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't look at a cabin or the woods the same way again. Now back to the whispers. They began as faint giggles, drifting just outside our window. Tantalizing yet terrifying, we were miles away from civilization. So where were these voices coming from? One particularly foggy night, Mom shook me awake, her eyes wide with fear. "I saw a light outside," she whispered. We all gathered by the kitchen door, hearts racing, and peered into the thick mist. Then we saw it, something moving, a flicker of light that danced and darted before fading into the dense fog, swallowed whole as if the forest itself had devoured it. Our final morning arrived too soon. As we packed up our things, I stumbled upon an old, dusty photograph hidden beneath a loose floorboard. It was a haunting image of 4 kids standing on the very steps of our cabin, their faces eerily familiar. Written on the back was a chilling note. "Still here, but no anxiety." I couldn't shake the feeling that the faces looked strikingly like my brother and me. Needless to say, we packed our bags in record time. My parents, perhaps sensing the weight of our unease, never brought us back to that cabin. And sometimes, when the night is still and quiet, I can almost hear those ghostly laughs echoing through the trees. Now, I keep my windows shut tight, a flimsy barrier against the haunting memories. If you made it this far and crave more spine-chilling true tales, don't forget to subscribe. You know, I always have one more twist waiting just around the corner.